1 second. We are now live on YouTube, and just for the record, Mike Smith told me that his son got a babe laid, and I don't know what that means. So go ahead.
Babe laid, all one word. Hopefully he hasn't got a babe laid yet, since he is only, last time I checked, 5.6 years old.
Yeah, no, that's be early. So what's a Beyblade? I don't know what a Beyblade is. Just for the record, today's episode is brought to you clearly by Anheuser-Busch.
100%.
Is your hat AB also?
Treats. No.
What's your hat
the
say?
Best place you can get Goose Island is bottles and cans up in Lincoln
Clap
Square.
your hands. It does make me want to clap my hands.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, anyway, Beyblades, they're little disc things, and you zip them, and they spin really fast.
Oh,
in an
I've seen
arena,
that.
And they battle, and when one explodes, you lose. So,
is battling dreidels?
Yeah,
this is battle dreidels.
It pretty much, that would be the ultimate name for it. They're battle dreidels, like 100%. I'm only gonna call them that moving forward. Do you want to play battle dreidels?
I love battle dreidels.
Who doesn't love battle dreidels? I mean, my grandfather used to play with them years ago when they were made of wood, and you could only spin them yay fast, and it was very boring. But in today's day and age,
how fast is yay? By the way.
Oh, yay.
Yay. Yay.
So
That's what you said.
You can take that into context. Or out.
Oh, man. And the other thing, you just don't see enough drop ceilings anymore.
No, you don't. This one definitely is dropped in quality.
We used to have drop ceilings in my childhood basement, and mouses lived up in there. You know what? When I just want to think back to the moment when that concept became a thing, and they said, what should we do to cover these wooden rafters? And another guy said, I got an idea. One guy said, you should stain them, and you should, make it rustic and feel like, very cabin. And the other guy's like, no. Here's what I think you should do. I think you should take some really thin sheet metal, build a grid, oblong, not like square grid, but more like a series of rectangles, just, misshapen in the corners, the kind of thing where when you get to the edge of a room, it's a shorter square because you didn't pre-measure to equate and then I don't know, something.
No, and then
sexy.
the other guy comes and he's like, I like where you're going with this. Let's take this to the next level. Let's make it seem like it's easy to do, but it's really not. And let's also make the appearance that it's very inexpensive, which in reality, it is not, because they usually have a good amount of ceiling to cover. So it was probably one of the biggest construction got-ems.
Wait, there's more. Hold on. You've jumped way ahead. I feel like we need to focus on the aesthetic.
I'm getting angry thinking about this in depth because it's so ugly.
I just think we should focus on the aesthetics of a second. What's the one thing most Americans would want their ceiling to look like? A styrofoam cup.
And the inside of a loony bin.
To me, a styrofoam cup is the perfect aesthetic for a ceiling. Mm-hmm. Like something you wouldn't drink milk out of, right? Like something that if you thought about drinking milk out of, you'd be like, that's disgusting. No one would drink milk out of a styrofoam cup. But just take that now and move it above you and flat.
I've woken up falling asleep watching many Tom Hanks movies down here, and I feel like I'm waking up inside of a styrofoam cup. It's terrifying. I wish no one upon this. No one.
I mean, I kind of love, I don't know. It had to be near the same meeting that came up with wood paneling. Like it was the same company.
It was the same conference, if you would, where
Clearly
the brain
same group
trust
of people.
yeah, they came together
Same
and
group
they
of
said.
same group of people that landed on that one.
And before we break for lunch, when we get back, we're going to cover wood paneling. Enjoy your overpriced sub sandwiches.
Yeah, as you enjoy your Subway sandwiches, I want you guys to contemplate something, and we'll come back and we'll talk about it after lunch. But, let's take something that's not expensive, wood, that's grown in the wild, that could literally, quite literally grows on trees. And let's find a way to do it without doing it.
That'll teach them. That'll teach them.
How can we make ourselves look like loggers that love cheap cups?
And that'll bring a close to the 1957 We Gonna Fuck Ya construction conference.
The hook here, though, is a strong wind needs to be able to take the whole thing out. That's the part we haven't covered off on yet. This is a construction thing, but a strong wind or just a fast-moving child needs to be able to take this out.
Yeah, no one's ever said after like an interview of like a tornado coming through, like, yeah, and the amazing thing is the drop ceiling and the wood paneling's still there. So we're just gonna rebuild from there, I guess.
It's a foundational piece of your home.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It is the mobile home of the basement. There's no question.
Built on lies and conferences we were both not born at to attend.
Oh, you would not believe how hard that wind was blowing.
It's once in a generational lifetime, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm. Guy builds a bunker out of wood paneling and a drop ceiling.
And we were never the same.
I love the rest of the house is fully exposed and looks awesome.
I know, right? Like this.
Just take it down. Just rip it down. And you know what happens? Your ceiling gets taller.
No, you don't want it. You don't want to see what's under there.
You don't even know what's under there. It's more of the same thing and some wires.
No, listen. Here's an analogy for you.
I mean, the only good reason for what you have right there is if you have money you've stolen from someone who stole that money from someone else, and you need to pop one of those up and put the money right there. That's the only reason that's valuable. Like, if you treat that as a safe, then I'm in.
First of all, shh, okay?
Sorry.
And second of all, if you put a drop ceiling in and you wait 30, 40 years, which obviously this drop ceiling's been here for that long, and you take said...
Mike, honestly, looks new.
Thank you.
Can't tell. You've maintained it.
Anyway, yeah, there's this drop ceiling spray that a lot of people don't know about. You just spray it on once every 2 days, and it's
low maintenance. Super low maintenance.
It's very low maintenance. I mean, if you don't
you just have to treat it 182 times a year.
If you don't have enough time to treat your drop ceiling every other day, then you're not a drop ceiling person. I'm sorry.
You're just not a drop ceiling person. Yeah. 186 times a year is all you have to treat this.
Yeah, to get this fine looking styrofoam.
To keep it looking new. Keep it looking new.
Yeah. Anyway, back to my point. Mm-hmm. If you hide 30 to 40 years of the natural habitats with said drop ceiling, and you say, just take it off, let it show what's underneath, that's ripping off an old Band-Aid, friend. And underneath that Band-Aid is some things that haven't aged well because they've been hidden.
You don't know that. You don't know that. Have you looked above that thing?
Oh, yeah. There was a section of my drop ceiling that I neglected and only put a spray on every 3 or 4 days, and obviously that turned to shit, so I had to redo it. And in all
seriousness, have you ever looked above that drop ceiling? Have you ever looked above that drop ceiling?
I redid this whole drop ceiling.
This was intentional?
Like 3 years ago.
You're lying to me now, right?
I'm not. Look, come back here. Come back.
You made the choice You made the choice.
Because it was a cheap fix. Someone put all the blood, sweat, and tears to set it up. I just got some new squares. Where are they?
They're not squares. They're rectangles, but that's okay.
Look, can you see this? Look, extra ones in case something happens. See those?
So you have a plan to continue on with the drop ceiling. You've got a contingency continuation plan.
I'm not
in case one gets
about
water discolored or anything. What's above it? Isn't it just what I'm seeing there?
It's wires.
Is it not?
It's the original
wires.
It's the original electric from 1948.
That you're still using?
Yeah, I mean, it's 1,000% fire.
Couldn't you just get conduit and put conduit on? Oh,
I see. Well, why don't I just take it down and you can come over, the conduit guy, and just easily swap it out.
Conduit's,
bada boom.
You know, conduit's already made. You just run it through the conduit. You know that.
Yeah, well, I got more projects on my plate, brother.
Yeah, well, you know what? It was just funny. I love the drop ceiling personally. I think the drop ceiling adds a lot of character, and it lowers your ceiling. And as we know, when people look at homes, they say, "How low's the ceiling?" It's one of the first thing they ask. And you're like, this ceiling was low, but we lowered it. It's huge.
Have you ever been over to like a work friend's house? Like not someone that you go over to as a friend or like a relative. Like they invite you over.
Me personally, no. I've never been invited anywhere by people I work with, but I understand the concept. So go ahead.
Yeah. So bad example then for you, but you go over to this house. And you, first of all, you don't want to be there. You know, it's awkward. You're doing it as they've asked me 100 times. I'm finally going to come over.
Oh, so this isn't a real friend. This is someone who literally is only a work friend.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
You come over, you bring the passable dish, you know, you overdressed right when you see them answer the door. So you're like, this isn't going well. The music selection's bad. They're like, come in, let me show you the house. You know, you want something to drink and they hand you Heineken. Like, what's happening? You know,
I was with you up to that point. Everything else felt okay, but the Heineken. Okay.
Really? Everything else felt okay?
Yeah, everything else I was like,
so you're like, they're like making small talk, like, you know, what do you think about COVID? I'm like, that's all I talk about. Let's talk about something else.
That's the small talk. What kind of fucking friends do you have? You know what? Let's keep this light. How do you feel about the pandemic? Are you an anti-vaxxer? What's your deal?
So anyway, you're like Margaret cooked something special tonight. It's the pot roast. And you're like, oh, that's not special at all. That's easy. So you're just like, I wish I could get the hell out of here. And then he's like, but you got to see the basement. And he takes you downstairs, and all of a sudden, you've seen the most beautiful drop ceiling you've ever seen. You're like, this guy.
I was wondering where the hell you're going with this. This is how you ended up with a drop ceiling, or you are the guy that's hosting and showing the drop ceiling?
First of all, fuck you. And second of all, yes, that's how I got my drop ceiling. Okay.
Okay. Your wife would never make a pot roast.
And I would never give you a Heineken.
No, you wouldn't. You're right. Mm-hmm. You would give me, however, a Goose Island t-shirt.
Off my back.
Today's episode brought to you by Goose Island and Anheuser-Busch. What's the slogan? The king of beers? We living with that? What are we rocking with these days?
I believe they're going Mary Dilly. Dilly Mary.
Oh,
Dilly.
Mary
Dilly.
Oh, Mary
Dilly.
Is it a Bud Light Christmas Mary Dilly?
Yeah, Mary Dilly.
We used to have a Mayor Daily here in Chicago. That would have worked out really well. You're like, oh, Mayor Daily, Mary Dilly.
Dilly.
The Daily Dilly. The Daily Dilly.
So while we're recording this, is everybody seeing this banner that says Mike Smith has cancer scores?
I forgot it was there, but yes.
How long are you rolling with that one?
I forgot it was there.
Beard.
I forgot it was there.
You can't undo live videos, right?
You can't undo live videos. No. Yeah. I mean, yes, of course you can. I can delete all this. Absolutely.
It's already out on the webs, man. People have copied it. They've reposted it.
I don't know if you can see this, but we have currently 0 people are watching, so we're good so far.
So we've been doing this and no one's been watching us?
Of course.
Well,
It's a brand new show. Doesn't even have a name yet.
when you got through to my publisher, she did
Yeah?
not say that we would be doing this with 0 people watching. You know, my minimum is 3.
Why didn't she say that?
I don't know. She sounded a lot like
she's
you
good.
too.
She's good. She's a good publisher. She sounded a lot like you. Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the show. What's your name, sir? What's your name, sir?
Oh, hold on. We're having some sound issues.
Oh, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the show. I'm sorry, sir. What's your name?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
We're having sound issues. I have my earbud in the whole time, so he can't hear you.
See, swipe down and just put me on the speaker. Turn your Bluetooth off. That'd be the easiest solution.
Turn your Bluetooth off.
Tell me when it's off.
Still on. I don't know how to do it.
Do you have an
There we
iPhone? Okay. This is what you call dead air, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're comfortable with this, your show can be amazing. You just have to be comfortable with dead air. Sometimes this happens in the real world, ladies and gentlemen. And we are adults. We can handle this. Oh. Fade to black. I see you again.
Yeah, you're like inaudible now.
I'm inaudible now?
Huh?
What do you mean I'm inaudible? I'm inaudible?
That's Mike Myers.
Can you turn the volume up?
You?
No, it's not.
It's me.
Yeah. Your name is Mike, and then his house is name Mike.
Yeah.
So
what if your boss say, "Hey, Mike, come here"? What if you both come there?
What?
What's my what?
What's your what?
What if your boss say, "Hey, Mike, come here," and then both of you come there because both of your names were Mike?
Yeah.
That's true. If you said, "Hey, Mike, come here," we would both end up coming over.
They got you, Mike, F, and they got him, Mike.
Hey, I gotta let you go at 2.
No, you don't.
I gotta jump
Why
on.
would you have to let me go? Can
do.
he hear me?
No, I have my plug in. When I took it out, it was inaudible.
I don't understand. You do understand technology, right? How you could just turn your
No, I do.
Bluetooth off
I
and
work
it
for
would,
Apple's.
and then it would just come out of your speakers.
And like right now, the audio is
Yeah.
coming through my speaker, but it's like that's what you sound like.
That's what it sounds like? That's awesome.
Oh, now you're okay.
Oh, now I'm okay?
Now you're okay.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. What's your name, sir? Do you have a name, sir?
You can talk to him?
No.
No, but really, I gotta go. I gotta jump on a
How
call.
do we spell his name?
AVETT.
Wait, hold on. He was going to see on the screen.
All right, dude. Let's continue this show later. All right.
The fans are not going to be happy about this. So I do think, how would you feel if we took like an hour a week and said, all right, you list out 3 topics, I list out 3 topics, we got 6 topics, we get on, we just talk.
Maybe
and then we tweak it from there.
Yeah, we could do that. Maybe an hour would be too much. Maybe start with 30 minutes.
20 minutes, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, 30 minutes. I say an hour, but like an hour a week of your time to think. 30 minutes, get on, we talk. And we can, I mean, it's a live broadcast, but it's also recorded and you can edit it and you can do whatever. But I have it currently live streaming just because I'm live streaming to a YouTube channel, just because I want to see how it works. I'm really sort of testing it out right now, honestly.
Awesome.
But I think if we had time to, like, just topics. But I also want us to get on and just talk and not try to be funny, just get on and talk. Because that's funny. Like, the beginning of this, we had some funny moments because we weren't trying to be funny. It was just funny.
Dude, I've never funny with you. I'm serious as a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm down for it. I need to get one of them bass mics, though.
Oh yeah, this is great. It's Blue, BLUE, Blue. It's just it's a podcast mic. It's not a bass mic. That's what my voice sounds like, and it's just running through a decent microphone for a change.
I think it's combo both.
I don't think
All
the
right, man.
microphone hurts.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Can
all right?
can I say hi to your wife? Is she there? Even just say hi, and then I'll let you go.
Kara, Mike wants to say hi real quick.
Oh my God. How are these ladies doing?
You know,
They can't hear me, can they?
working.
Listening to
No, they can hear you.
Oh, they can hear me.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
All right, dude. I'll
buddy.
catch up with you. All right.
Yes, sir. Take it
All right.
easy.
You too. See ya.
Say, bud.